me kare kia tātou. Kia tipu nunu i a tātou. Kia tipu roro i a tātou. Kia niwha, kia hōkai, kia hi te pewa, kia tikaro nā karu. Moi tū, moi riri, moi pēpeke. Te whao ki te ao mārama. Hui e, tai ki e. Morena squad. Hope you all had a good sleep. And so we're going to split F2B off to yoga with Tash, with China.
A muri e tēnei, ka hoki mai o kao?
Ai,
Ka hoki mai ki te rima kotahi?
nai.
Ah, ka pai.
Māma noi o tēnei mahi. Papai, ka ki te amiri te yoga F2B. Rest of us are still here. Wasn't sure how to do that one. Ah, papai. That might exercise. Right. So this morning we're going to start with a bit of a stretch the body, then we'll move into our mobility exercises. So the first one we're going to start with is you wipe us sort of like a 90-90, but just down on the floor, shoulders on the ground, feet slightly apart. And just going to slowly bring one leg down and then bring the other leg down to the same side. And we'll keep our shoulders on the ground. Trying to just twist in our torso. Feel a bit of a stretch. And then we'll come back over into the other side. And the main one here, we'll just try and keep our shoulders on the ground. So we're just going to start with that and do 7 on each side, nice and slow. Just feel that stretch. Hopefully you can hear me all right. Another 2, tuck up. Just feet slightly apart, out in front. Twist the leg over and then push that back leg down, pull it down just with your leg as much as you can. Feel that stretch. Nice and slow and relaxed, and across to the other side. It's my wero by the end of this intake, be able to kōrero Māori, pāna ki wēnei nekehanga. Seven on each side. Try and keep those shoulders relaxed, down on the ground. A knee wiper, a lying knee wiper, window wipers. Side to side. Pēhea koutou tinana. Hei āhua pai. Better than last week. Right.
Way better than last week.
that wake up call from last week. Eh? Ka pai, done those ones for each side. So our next one is a glute bridge. So Same position, down on our backs and shoulders, and we're just gonna bring our hips up, and then we're gonna bring one knee up to our chest, bring that foot down, and then lower our hips down, and then we're just gonna do hips up, and then raise the other leg. So we're alternating legs, relax the hips down, and then start again on the other side. So do the same there. 7 on each side. So both feet down, raise the hips, bring one knee up, nice and controlled, and then lower the hips down. And then start again and bring the hips up, raise the other knee. Nice and controlled. Right, lower those hips in between each movement, tuck up, and lower the hips down again, and then bring them up, and then bring your knee up, knee down, lower the hips. Yep, now lower your hips to the ground. So after you bring your knee up, bring your foot back down, and then lower your hips to the ground, and then push your hips back up again, thrust them back up. Do 7 on each side there. Okay, once we finish that one, move into another lying one. So this one, we're going to roll side to side, and when we get to one side, we're going to curl up into a ball as tight as you can, and then extend out, roll over to the other side, curl up into a ball, tight as you can, extend out, and then back over again to the side. Do that 5 times on each side. Side to side, roll over, and then curl up into a tight ball. Until they call it the fetal position, the baby position. Pulling in, getting a good bit of movement in our internal organs. Pulling the body in tight there, and then we extend it out, roll over to the other side, and then bring it in tight again. Right. Next time we're over onto our knees. Toes not up but down, so feet down flat on the ground. Just gonna open our knees, open our hips a bit. What we're gonna do is we're gonna push back into our toes as far as we can go. And then just gonna hold there for a few seconds, hold the stretch. Just release a little bit, have a feel, move everything around, and then come back down into the stretch again. When you're back in the stretch, just move the body around slightly, get a feel, see if there's any niggles anywhere where you can deepen the stretch and then relax for a couple of seconds, come out, and then drop back into the stretch again. And from there, we're going to roll forward onto our stomachs, onto our bellies. Legs out behind. We're just going to push up with our hands, put our hands out in line with our shoulders, just widen the shoulder width apart. We're just going to push up and get that hyperextension of the back. Just twist the torso slightly. Feel the stretch and then come back down, release for a couple of seconds and then come back up again. So hopefully feel a good stretch through the core, through the front, and in the lower back. Just give a little side to side, get a feel for it. Okay. We're going to move over to a seated position. Feet out in front, slightly apart. Hands on the ground. I'm just going to go side to side, pushing one leg down to the ground, one knee to the ground. Now butterfly stance. Just trying to keep the hips nice and open. Rock side to side, push the knee down. Rock side to side, do 5 on each side. And then once we've done that, then we just come to the center. And then just try and open both legs at the same time. Similar to our butterfly with our feet pulled up to our hips, but this one, the feet are out in front a bit further. So it just changes the angle of the stretch. So from there, then we're just going to bring our feet slightly closer together. Turn our fingertips towards our feet. In the style, we're just going to push up just so that our butt's off the ground. And we're going to push with our arms, not with our hips. And then sort of sink down into our shoulders. Wriggle around our shoulders, trying to wake up the shoulders and stretch the shoulder joints. And then push up with your arms. And down, sort of like a dip motion. Just roll them forwards and back. Drop down, push up a bit. Do that about 5 times. It should really feel it in the triceps as well, in the shoulder joint. Push up, roll the shoulders around, drop down, roll the shoulders around. Push up. Shake the arms out if you need to. And then from there, we're going to go up into the hip thrust. So then we're going to push your hips forward, stretch our shoulders Bring it back down. Push the hips up. Stretch that shoulders. Stretch the shoulder. Oh, arms are tight. Do 5 of those crab thrusts. Push the hips up. And push up, and if you imagine you're trying to twist your shoulders around, really get that stretch through the shoulders and the upper arms. But Vanessa's arms are tired. There we go. Seated position again. Bring one foot over the opposite knee. And we're just going to take our arm that's on the same side as the knee, hug that leg, grab the other arm on top of it. We're going to twist our torso towards the knee. So if we've got our right foot over, twist our torso from the left to the right, and hug our knee, twist it around. Relax, and then twist it around again. Nice, nice ash. And then release, and just do that 5 times. Relax, and swap over to the other leg. Bring the outside arm, other arm over the top, and twist the torso towards the knee. Pull it all in. Does that make the stretch harder when you fold your leg like that, Ness? Looks like it will. Yep. Does it make it any harder for you, Kaziash? Same. Oh, he fellas are too flexible. Then our last stretch for our warm up, just a standing fold. So, standing up nice and tall. Raise the arms up above the head. And breathe out, and then fold over. Hit the back of the legs. And then for me, a bit of the calves. And relax. Come back up again. Do 5 of those. That's those hammies feeling good. It's one area that's hard to train with some of the exercises in. Copy, last one is. Copy. Okay then, so we're going to start off with our, next we're going to move into our deep squats. So 3 sets of 40 seconds. So everyone's nice and warmy. Yep. But we'll get ready to go into our deep squat. So feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Just going to sink down and just really sit in there. Open the hips up. Move the body around. Get a feel for it. And just relaxed into the stretch. Get it all up sort of the inside of the thighs. A little bit around the outside towards the back. But mostly on the inside. Used to have competitions with my girl, but she could sit here for like 5 minutes, sweet as. Right. 3, 2, 1. And rest for 20 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Back down again. So move your upper body around a bit. If anything changes the stretch, pull your torso up straighter, flatten it out. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Again. And 3, 2, 1. Last round. Went to see one of my mates and they were saying they saw this thing. A good indication of how long you'll live is whether or not you can get off the ground without the use of your hands or your arms, without the use of your upper body, just trying to get straight up off the ground. Do it. Do it. Be a good test. We might try that one at the end of today. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh. Right, we're going to move into our couch stretch. Like me, you got a hard floor, then get a pillow. On the spot, we're going to put one, bring your knee back to the wall. Number 2, if you haven't seen this one before, what we do is we put one knee up against the wall, get that knee as close to the wall as you can, and then we're going to bring the other foot out in front in like a lunge position, and the goal is to get your body back up against the wall and hold that stretch through the front of the quad there. Right, so we're going to do I think it's 40 seconds on each side. So we're going to go in about 20 seconds. So just set up, find a spot, and just find a spot. Like I said, it's not supposed to hurt, like really like a painful thing. It's supposed to just be a nice stretch, a muscle stretch. So we're going to get ready to do the first leg in 3, 2, 1. So the next progression from this one is, once you got your back nice and straight, is that you take your front leg out a bit further and then you lunge down into that into that front leg. So where you're trying to touch your hammy to the back of your calf on the front leg. And 3, 2, 1, and swap sides. Go again. This leg's a bit looser than the other one today. Only seconds to go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 20-second rest. How's that? You're still getting a stretch there, Ness? Ash? Kapai. Okay, back to the first leg. In 3, 2, 1. Second round. Twenty seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And swap legs. Yes. Niceness. Shot Ash. Shot 2. Tucker. Hope you're all good.
Huh?
Let's bite.
It's a boy, hey.
Bye.
That's nice. I don't like that one. It's dumb.
3, 2, 1.
Not but dumb.
And rest. Aye. Out of your wings, eh? Right. One more round of each side. Do it again in 3, 2, 1. Back to the first leg. By now we can, the muscles all relaxing a bit, so we can lengthen that stretch a little bit. Remember last year when I first started this, I was like struggling to even get my legs straight up against the wall. And definitely wasn't sitting up, was down on the ground with both arms. 3, 2, 1, and swap sides. Halfway, 20 seconds to go. Body's fighting me on this one. In 3, 2, 1. Rest. Oh. Okay. Up next, we're going to do Just gonna go hold our forward fold. So up. We're just gonna keep our feet about shoulder width apart. We're just gonna hinge at the hips and lean forward and bend over. And just relax at the bottom and hold that for 40 seconds, 3 times. Right. And I'll just give you a 10-second countdown at the end. We'll just try and pull down and really get that last stretch in. Ready? We'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And fold, hinge at the hips. Just relax down, get the back of the hands on the ground or the palms on the ground. And about taking the bend out of the knees, if there's any bend in the knees. Deepen the stretch. And then grab our ankles in 10 seconds. Just pull down a bit further. 3, 2, 1, and rest. We're going for round 2. And 3, 2, 1, and fold. Number 2, just try and make sure that you're hinging at the hips. Try and get a feel for that body. Make sure we're not just rolling our back over. Make sure we get that on the hips. Hinge them over. My last 10, grab the ankles as far as you can and just pull down a bit further. 3, 2, 1, and rest. One more to go. 3, 2, 1. Last round. Hinge at the hips. So fuzzy-ish. And last 10, grab the ankles. Move down. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So the next one is going to be our grab stretch. So seated position. Hands slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Fingertips facing our feet. We're just going to bend our knees. Then we're just going to come up off the ground and then thrust the hips, push your hips up. Get that stretch. Try and push your body forward towards your feet. Stretch the shoulders and then we'll come down. So we've got 30 seconds and we're going to try and get through 10 of those movements in 30 seconds. And we'll do about 3 rounds of that. Okay, so we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And crab stretch. So push the hips up, roll the body forward. Got a nice stretch through the shoulders and the triceps. Ten seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh boy. Shoulders all right. Everyone's all shoulders all right. Not getting any tweaks there. Wrists okay. Fingers. Right, and we're going again. 3, 2, 1. Try and get through as close to 10 movements as you can. Three, 2, 1, and rest. One more round of that. Right. Try adjusting your hands either forward or back, Kaziash. See if that helps. And last round in 3, 2, 1. And push those hips and bring your knees forward to your toes. Stretch out those shoulders and triceps. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Upright. The next one, if you've got a seat or a raised platform, we're just going to do the pigeon. Pigeon, so 1 foot crossed in front of us and the other leg out the back, as straight as we can make it. And we're just going to try and sit up and lower our body into the bottom of the front leg. And try and keep our back leg straight as we can. So with a side view. So the front leg crossed over, back leg straighten it out. And then we just sit down on top of our front leg, get that stretch through the glutes and the back of the leg, the top of the leg, into the piriformis. So we're going to do 3 rounds of that, swapping legs. We're going to start with the first leg in 5 seconds. So 3, 2, 1. Just sit down on that front leg.
Voi catch up finally. Hey, Popo.
Help up. 2.
Unks, don't forget your bar. Oh,
Oh,
pump tomorrow, Tefano.
all right. Three, 2, 1. Swap legs. Oh. Sorry. Have a little rest there, and then we'll swap soon. Tucker was just saying, pump tomorrow, so have your weights ready. 2.
A bar or dumbbells, Unks.
We're gonna go again on the opposite leg in 3, 2, 1.
Ora,
Well, this side's a bit harder than the other side. Wait, you got to stretch there, stretch this. Right, upright. Resting in 3, 2, 1. There, rest. We'll do 1 more on each side. Back to the first leg. 3, 2, 1. pigeon. They call this place to be how the, I don't know, how the pigeons sit, eh? 20 seconds to go. Three, two, one. Rest. One more back on the other side. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Twenty seconds to go. 10 to go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Upright. There's us today's squad, so do a quick challenges. Like I said, one of the tips they were saying for a long life is whether or not you can get off the ground from a seated position without using any hands or upper body. So give that a try. Nice, kapai Kaziash. Nice, Ness. Right. Right. You'd be surprised how many people can't do it. So another one just as a goal, one of the goals that I wanted to set for us for this mobility session is the goal is to work towards having our feet out on the ground behind us, sitting on top of our feet. And then we lower our back to the ground, nice and controlled, touch our back to the ground, and then raise it back up again. That's one of the goals, one of the strength and mobility goals is to be on our knees, on our feet, and lower your back all the way to the ground, nice and controlled, touch the ground, and then come back up again. That's one of the goals. That's what we'll be working towards. Bye. That's us for today. Unmute, how is that? Any areas we need to focus on we didn't get to? Right, boy, Ash.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Got you, Ness. All good?
Yeah, no, that was good. Like my hammies are tight.
Mm,
Hammies, lower back, bum.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Just the
good.
good
Though.
old favorites.
Yeah,
Maybe a back stretch.
The back.
mm.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm sitting there thinking that.
Yeah. Yeah. Bit more of the back. Couple Just thinking about it. Make sure we focus in on some more back next time. Oh, nice. Hopefully the body's feeling all good for pump tomorrow.
Oh, I'm stoked for pumped. I don't know about the kaiako.
Yeah. We'll just do one for every 3 that he does. Like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, thanks.
Wait. Oh. Might just close out that other room and bring everyone back in. They can see what they're up to. They might be still finishing though.
Mm.
I don't know. Do they have to join back in? Or
Nah.
have you ever been in the room, eh?
I don't know how this works.
Yeah.
I'm pretty crap with technology.
Oh, I don't know how to do this. I'll give it a quick try. I'll just jump over there and join, and then if it's not too relaxed, I'll bring everyone back here.
Oh, it's recording. We must be back. Right. Let's just finish up. Roll back up. Bring our hands by our knees. Get back on our heels. Roll those shoulders back. Chin up. Are we back in with the whānau? Oh, yeah.
Nearly. I was just going to bring everyone back together here quickly.
Goodbye. Mean
Bye-bye.
bro. Thanks, team. Just remember, get some Waimaori in. Take it easy.
Good boy, squad. We had a good session. We're all a bit sweaty over here. Still hot. But like Tash was saying, get some water, some Waimaori into the body. Especially after all those stretches. Release all the toxins, etc. Right. So we had a good session. How was the yoga, whānau? Right. That's what the body needed, eh? Well, everyone has a great, what are we at? Hump day today. Have a great middle of the week. And we'll see everyone on class tomorrow. Bod squad, bring your weights, and FTB, bring yourselves ready to go. Bye-bye, whānau. Any comments, feedback anyone wants to share? Just keep on turning up, eh? That's the main one. That's the main one. Keep on turning up. I remember for me, when I really started getting some good gains was when I started going to every single class instead of just 2 a week. And then started to see it happen real fast. Just the fitness changed real fast. That was the first one I noticed. So yeah, that's me. And make sure that you're trying to carve out a good sleep routine for yourself as well. That's the other one. The body can get real tired, and if you don't have a good sleep routine, then it makes it real hard to get up and keep training. Yeah. Up, boy. Nothing else anyone wants to say, then we'll jump off. Well, awesome day. Moriora squad.
Hei a popo.
Hea popo.